The Last Laugh. I Love to Read Audiobooks by Tony Wade, March 2nd, 2015. My brother Kelvin's column last Thursday focused on reading, and because of it, I have to confess I haven't read a book in years. Still, I consider myself an avid reader as I regularly devour audiobooks. The benefits of reading to children are well known, and I have pleasant, though rather hazy, memories of my mom reading Dr. Seuss books to me as I sat on her lap. I was 17. In second grade, both my homeroom and language arts teachers were reading the same book to their students, Charlotte's Web. My language arts class was a chapter ahead, and when the teacher got to the part where Charlotte died, oops, spoiler alert, several of us burst into tears. The worst part, though, was going to my homeroom and knowing what was coming while many of my classmates did not. Because my teachers poured their heart and soul into reading aloud to make the words come alive, it was very emotional. As a matter of fact, I need to take a second now to compose myself. Okay, I'm back. I've always disliked when people read aloud and because of ignorance or indifference, ignore punctuation and read the words in a monotone, often not pausing when prompted, nor adding necessary inflection. That's why when you hear a book read aloud by a professional, it can be transfixing. Some of my favorite audiobooks are Catherine Stockett's The Help, which is read by 4 women, but I also love when one person reads a story and you completely forget it is just them performing all the voices. Sissy Spacek reading Harper Lee's To Kill a Mockingbird and Avery Brooks is reading Alex Haley's Roots are 2 faves of mine in that category. I'm a huge fan of author Pat Conroy, The Great Santini, Beach Music, etc. But when he narrated his book about his love for reading, My Reading Life, it was like the saying that someone has a face made for radio. His strong, honest, poetic writing voice is betrayed by a rather pedestrian, kind of mumbling speaking voice. The Solano County Library has a ton of audiobooks, including ones you can download and avoid the hazards of CDs. There is nothing worse than listening to an audiobook CD and at a crucial moment in the story it starts skipping. That's like getting to the end of a thriller and realizing the page where the killer is revealed has been ripped out. A friend of mine, Linda Uwekiabshire, recommended one of her favorite books to me, A Confederacy of Dunces by John Kennedy Toole, and I loved it. But when I shared an excerpt from the audiobook with her, she hated it because the voice given to the main character, Ignatius J. Riley, was not the one she had always heard in her head. It's like when an actor is cast in the movie adaptation of a book you have read or listened to that is nothing like whom you had cast in your skull cinema. I hate audiobooks with background music or worse, sound effects. That just distracts me. I just need the words to do their magic. On that note, I leave you with an excerpt from The Prince of Tides by the aforementioned Pat Conroy that I really like. Read it aloud and enjoy, just don't read it in his voice. To describe our growing up in the low country of South Carolina, I would have to take you to the marsh on a spring day. Flush the great blue heron from its silent occupation, scatter marsh hens as we sink to our knees in mud, open you an oyster with a pocket knife and feed it to you from the shell and say, "There, that taste, that's the taste of my childhood." I would say, breathe deeply, and you would breathe and remember that smell for the rest of your life, the bold, fecund aroma of the tidal marsh, exquisite and sensual, the smell of the South and heat, a smell like new milk, semen and spilled wine, all perfumed with seawater. My soul grazes like a lamb on the beauty of indrawn tides. The end.